If you're watching this video, I assume that you want to either create 20 videos or you have and you want to see how you're doing compared to someone like me. But if you've created 20 videos or if you haven't yet and you want to eventually, it's so important to remember is that these first 20 videos and probably beyond this point, you are just trying to figure out the skill of YouTube. And even though creating 20 YouTube videos is a lot of commitment, it does not guarantee that you're going to be good at YouTube, that you're going to be having a lot of views, a lot of subscribers. But I will promise that if you create 20 videos or if you've created 5 or 10, if you look back at the previous videos, you will see massive improvements between each and every video. It may not be as evident or obvious in the final video, but the process it takes on planning a video, on filming it, on editing it, on delivering it, by creating better titles and better thumbnails, is you're gonna see that your skill is really starting to improve with YouTube. And that's what's really important, is that the first 20 videos, you shouldn't be focused on views, on likes, on subscribers. You should really be focusing on your process of creating videos and improving those videos each and every time. It's the consistency of putting in the time and the effort that make those marginal gains. And I hope that this coming from me is encouraging, because I have a tiny little micro channel. It's just a little guy, 553 subscribers. That's nothing. I got 5,000 more views in the last 28 days than I usually do, and that is still such a tiny number. But putting in the effort and the reward does pay off. And for some people, they'll look at this and they'll say, what effort are you talking about that has paid off? But it's that mindset change that I'm looking at, the 733%, not the 50, because the plus 50 is a small number, but the 733% is a massive number. And like anything, starting from scratch takes a lot of effort to make any progress. Whether it's a business, I've seen that with my business. If it's a YouTube channel, I've seen that with this channel. It takes a ton of effort to get any traction. And it's good that it's hard. Otherwise, everybody would be able to do this and it wouldn't be nearly as fulfilling. Seth Godin wrote a book that I really like called The Dip. And the dip is the idea that when you start something, you typically see some success, and then there's this dip phase. And the dip phase is a very crucial and important part in your journey, because that's where the majority of people give up and quit. It's the successful people push through that dip. They push through that phase where they feel like they're not making any progress or improvements. And then when they get through that dip phase, that's where they start to see massive amounts of growth. So I really believe in that concept that Seth Godin talks about in his book, that if you can push through those hard times, then you're gonna see a lot of success within your life. A lot of my content talks about entrepreneurship and business, but at the soul of it, it's because I love to create. I love creating something from nothing and building it up, and that's why I really have enjoyed this process of creating YouTube content and posting it and seeing what has happened. And this year, I've also put in a lot more effort into the actual videos. I've thought a lot more about the titles. I've spent a lot more time creating thumbnails, and I think that's also contributed. And the only two metrics that I've really been focusing on are click-through rate and then retention. I think those are the most important indicators to YouTube, whether your video is good or not, is how many people click the video and then how many people stay on that video once they click on it. And I'm still pretty new at this, so I missed some of the times, I hit some of the times, I'm still trying to figure out. I'm not great at this yet, but I'm just trying to put in my reps so that I can incrementally get better every single day. So yes, coming from a tiny little channel like my own, I hope that this is encouraging to you. No matter where you're at in your journey, if you continue to stick with this, I guarantee that you will see results. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have found it insightful, I would greatly appreciate if you could leave this video a like. Thank you so much again. Have a great rest of your day. Cheers.